impact success, the ability to do things, finish things, compete at the highest level takes a lot of work, takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of investment by everyone, and that's what you saw today. That's a really, 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 really good team. And the way you played tonight, this afternoon, was as good as you can play, with the one exception. You're going to play better tomorrow.
Yes, 1, 2, 3, cycle!
You fought. Now you're at that point where you're playing for a championship tomorrow. This is 3 out of the 4 years I've been at Texas. It's what we do, y'all. You need to embrace this opportunity. You're in this moment for a reason. Embrace it.
As they take on the number 5 ranked team in the country, the Texas Longhorns. And here we go as Texas and Madison Booker have the first possession of the Big 12 championship final. Aaliyah Moore gets away from her. Addie Brown steals it away as we'll take a look at the Iowa State starting lineup. The freshmen we talked about, Jackson, Brown, and Crooks. And then Bellinger is the Division II transfer from Truman State, all around the veteran point guard, Emily Ryan, and a turnover for Iowa State. We'll take a look at the Texas starting lineup as well. Everybody that follows Texas knows Rori Harmon, the preseason Big 12 Player of the Year, went out with an injury right before Big 12 play. Madison Booker has stepped into her role, and she has Jones and Moore inside. She has Gonzalez and Shea Holley on the outside with her. And some jitters here early, Cheryl.
No doubt
some
about
turnovers.
it.
Shea Holley is defending Emily Ryan.
Texas is denying and pressuring the ball everywhere on the floor.
And Crooks misses her first shot. Jones there for the rebound. There'll be a little different looking defense on this end of the court. A lot of zone from the Cyclones, but a nice block shot against Booker.
And that's one thing Booker's going to look to do is penetrate and get in the paint, whether that's in transition or in half court.
Shayla Gonzalez bringing it up. Shea Holley splashes down a three-pointer. She's been in double figures each of the 2 games here in Kansas City in the quarters and semifinals.
Yeah, Shea Holley doing what she does best, picking up where she left off. She had 11 points the other night. That's a big bucket for Texas.
Gets them on the board, calms things down a little bit. And there's another freshman.
To me, what's going to be important is, you talk about freshmen, Audie Crooks, Addie Brown, Emily Ryan as a leader for this team is going to be crucial.
Crooks going to work opposite side of the rim. No. Addie Brown is 6'2" and has a terrific, strong body for a freshman. That's where her and Crooks, the 2 leading scorers for the Cyclones. Up high to Jones and a whistle.
I'm not sure I knew Addie had hops like that, Brenda.
Yeah, I know. We're learning new things as we see these freshmen emerge, right? Getting better every game.
Absolutely.
Taylor Jones, a 6'4", fifth-year senior from Forney, Texas, at the free throw line. She got into foul trouble early yesterday trying to defend Aoka Lee. A lot of depth at the post position for Texas. Deanna Gaston, came in and played good defense against Lee.
You know, a key to defending a really good post player doesn't just start with the post. It starts with the guards. If you can get out and you put a lot of pressure on the guards, making it difficult for them to see inside, you're going to help your post player in defending that big.
Emily Ryan taking things into her own hands. Texas finished the Big 12 regular season in the number 2 spot. They lost a couple of times to Oklahoma. That's what dropped them to 2 as Booker knocks in her second field goal and Ryan just puts it out of the reach of Bellinger. Phil Finley, the dean of Big 12 coaches, the all-time winningest coach in Iowa State history regardless of sport.
One of the toughest things to do in the zone defense is to rebound the basketball.
Booker again!
That was sweet.
Had a couple of mid-range jumpers, which are her strength, but follows that up with a three-pointer. And that one gets away from Nadabu. Booker feeling it right now. She got another 9 points.
You can't allow her to bring the ball up and get that deep in the paint. She is going to hurt you every time.
A 7-0 run for Texas. Bellinger steps into a three, got it. What a big shot.
Iowa State was 12 for 23 from behind the arc in the last game. They're going to need a lot of that tonight against Texas.
Jones falling back, and good defense by Nadabu. Nadabu looking to hand off. Nymir Dew cutting off, and finally Emily Ryan comes to grab the ball.
Shay Holly is all up in Emily Ryan's grill right now.
Bellinger, 2 3-pointers in a row.
Let's go. I love it.
Booker has 9. She scored the last 7 points for Texas. And Aaliyah Moore is fouled. 19 points in the quarters against Kansas. 14 points and 8 rebounds in the win over K-State. Quarterfinals the day after that. So the women have been here since last week, last Wednesday. We're wrapping up tonight, and the men come into the T-Mobile Center.
And the men's tournament is going to be exciting just like this one.
And great hands by Taylor Jones as Crooks had already picked up a foul, and they went right at her inside. Emily Ryan, the all-time assist leader in Iowa State history. She surpassed that in the quarterfinals in their win over Baylor. As they go to Crooks. Boy, Crooks had Jones buried, but maybe a little too fast on that shot. Emily Ryan now has the all-time record for assists in a Big 12 tournament over the course of 8 games. So Lindsay Metters was one of those terrific point guards. Bill Finley's had a lot of them over the years, but Emily Ryan now all-time leader in a career assist and also career assist at the Big 12 tournament. Madison Booker is in double figures. But Crooks pushed off the block a little bit. Hasn't scored yet. She's 0 for 4. She leads this team with over 18 points a game. Bellinger misses. Texas only makes 4 3-pointers a game on average. They've already made 3 today. They are 3 for 3 from distance. Madison Booker, a big part of that. She drives in, takes it right inside, can't score it. And that's the way the first quarter will end. Madison Booker, Player of the Year in the Big 12.
Because she is just flat out getting it done, getting in the paint, nice jumpers, stepping out, hitting threes. Madison Booker came to play.
Starting the second quarter, Booker has scored 10 of the last 12 points for the Longhorns. Audie Crooks has not scored yet for Iowa State. And Emily Ryan can't get her the ball because Shay Holly is all over her. And jump ball will go possession arrow Texas. Shay Holly, one of the All Big 12 defensive team members. Kelsey Jones blocked. And here's what happened during the quarter break. And we got to tell you, we've gotten a chance to really hear from Audie Crooks while we've been here. She is such a bubbly personality. She's a musician. She does all this stuff. She's just a cool kid. And it's good to see her smile as she's been frustrated here early.
And Coach Finley knows she's still a freshman. She's a pretty good freshman, but he is just using that opportunity to tell her it's okay, right? Like, you got this. We still have a lot of basketball to go. Just go do what you've been doing all season.
Bellinger turns the ball over. and an offensive foul on the other end. Booker, oh, that one doesn't go. Offensive rebound by Moore, and she's fouled. A big foul for Iowa State as Addie Brown picks up her second. Aaliyah Moore at the free throw line. Moore missed both of her free throws earlier. Got that one. The women's field of 68 is revealed with bracketologies following that. Can't wait.
I always love this time of year. Just curious to see who goes where, what the seeding is.
And it looks like the projections are 7 teams out of the Big 12 will go. It will be interesting to see the seeding, and we'll talk about that more as we get into the game.
This defense that Texas came out to play with today has been stifling.
What a shot from Shaylee Gonzalez over Notabu. A 9-0 run for Texas.
And it all starts with the defense. Shay Holly has been a problem on the defensive end.
Emily Ryan looking for some space, can't score over Gonzalez. Of course, Vic Schaefer's teams have always been known for their defense. Their offense has been really good this year, too, and it's good so far today. And Bill Finley calls a timeout. When Texas doesn't make a basket, they can't pick up full court, so at least Emily Ryan could bring the ball up, but it's just finding Crooks inside, finding offense, and Crooks getting sped up here early, 0 for 5. Gonzalez rings up a three-pointer.
They are just clicking on all cylinders, and not just on the offensive end. The offense is there, but I am more impressed by the defense that Texas is playing right now.
It's absolutely suffocating as they just block the shot from Addie Brown. Booker rises up. And Addie Brown back into the game with 2 fouls, but she's stripped by Madison Booker. She's got 2 fouls, so Booker makes it all the way to the rim. That's only 2 team fouls for Texas as Crooks leans in and finally gets her first basket of the game and says, let's go.
She said, and one, count that.
Okay, you're a better lip reader than I am.
Or let's go. Same difference.
Well, that's got to give a little life to Iowa State. But Gaston trying to quiet the crowd as she is so active. So Deanna Gaston at the line, her first trip to the free throw line for Texas. Quarterfinals on Thursday. The double bye for the top 4 seeds there in the ACC. She is replaced by Jackalinga Mwinintanda. The steal from back Gaston. Easy hoop on the other end. So that's the first foul for Gaston, and it's 14 fouls for Texas, which is notable because Iowa State is the #1 free throw shooting team in the conference. So as physical as Texas is being, you don't want to send Iowa State to the free throw line. Under 2 minutes to go. What a first half for the Texas Longhorns. Moore gets her own rebound and draws a foul.
There's a timeout. She's the first one inside that huddle congratulating everybody.
Well, Rory, Coach Schaefer talked about the importance of Rory and how every single player on this team respects her. So there's no surprise that she has her Coach Harmon notebook. And as much as she is enjoying that role, you know where she really wants to be.
Absolutely. Coach Schaefer joked the other day, I haven't heard you lately, Rory. She says, well, we're playing pretty good.
And she's been pretty quiet today.
No doubt. No doubt. As you see the disparity in free throws right now, as Iowa State has not shot a free throw yet in this game. Next foul that Texas commits will send Iowa State to the free throw line. The only time these two teams played was just a few weeks ago in Austin. Texas won that game 81-60.
That's always been the type of team that Coach Schaefer has had. A defensive-minded team.
First 2 free throws of the game for Iowa State. Moore at the free throw line, got it.
And Aaliyah Moore the entire time was talking to Booker, telling her to reverse it to the other side. Because when she reversed the basketball, the defense shifted, allowing Moore to flash to the high post for a wide open jumper.
Emily Ryan inside to Crooks, who had great position.
Okay, let's go.
And so now, after Crooks missed her first 5 or 6 shots of the game, they've started getting the ball to her in better position. And there have been a few fouls called on Texas, so they've had to kind of lessen up the pressure that we've seen.
Yeah, so the guards especially can't get out of pressure like that.
But Gonzalez and Texas keep shooting lights out. That's 5 of 6 from beyond the arc for the Longhorns. Shot clock and game clock are just about exactly the same. This is the largest deficit of the season for Iowa State. Chelsea Jones hits a big 3 before the halftime buzzer. Will that give Iowa State a little lift going into the halftime locker room? At this point, you got to just relax and smile and try to do the best you can if you're Iowa State. It was a rough first half for the Cyclones.
Well, I know it's easy to say relax.
Aaliyah Moore picked up her first foul. Iowa State is a team that typically takes good care of the basketball as Crooks scores inside. She has been in double figures 29 straight games this year and over 20 points 15 times. And today, so far, just 8 points, but she started off 0 for her first 6. Since then, she started putting it together.
Again, as a freshman, this is a big moment. And as much as we talk about how great Audie Crooks is, she's still a freshman, and she needed some time to adjust, and she is finding that rhythm now on the offensive end.
Booker out top to Gonzalez. Boy, the three-pointers are going down for Texas. 6 of 7.
Brenda, you and I were talking at halftime, and I said, I haven't seen this Texas team all season. And what I mean by that is this Texas team on both ends of the floor just causing havoc.
They only make 4 three-pointers a game. I mean, it's not a big part of what they do, and they've already made 6 in this game.
And Coach Schaefer talks about his defense and how they're playing hard and they're causing turnovers everywhere. But you love to see this from your team getting ready to head into postseason play, clicking on all cylinders.
Booker with another basket. And Annie Brown had to go to the bench for Iowa State because she picked up her 3rd foul. And they're going to call an offensive foul.
Iowa State back in their 2-3 zone defense.
There's that short corner, and Madison Booker loves that spot.
Madison Booker does a nice job of just finding the open spots in the zone. And lots of times it's not the middle of the paint. That short corner, she is deadly from that short corner.
Saw the graphic pop up there. 17 points off turnovers for Texas. Then for Iowa State is Emily Wright. And a steal by Jackson.
Madison Booker trying to post up Jackson in that zone defense.
Only 5 turnovers for Texas in this game. Crooks is calling for it. She wants the ball.
So what?
Goes to the opposite side. She's got 12 points. Good closeout by Jackson to now allow Gonzalez that 3. 6 seconds on the shot clock. 3 seconds on the shot clock, and a turnover. Back-to-back turnovers for the Longhorns. Nadabu checks in for Crooks. As it looks like Crooks will get a few extra seconds before the media timeout coming up. And the full court pressure from the Longhorns. Boy, Shea Holly had her arm wrapped around Emily Ryan. She steps back to three, nails it. They've made their last 4 field goals, and they've been getting the ball inside to Audie Crooks. Aaliyah Moore, got it.
My coach used to say, fake a pass to make a pass.
Addie Brown back in the game. She's got 3 fouls. Shot clock down to 12. Kelsey Jones is in. Nice bounce pass to Crooks. Great patience, and there's the react.
Yeah, come on, Audie. She loved every bit of it.
She sure did. You know, Audie Crooks last year was in Iowa, in Algona, Iowa, very small town, at a 1A school. That's the smallest classification. They won the state championship at Bishop Garrigan. Gonzalez with the floater, no. So Iowa State's been able to get some stops, but they've got to find a way somehow to score against this Texas defense.
Because in the first half, that's not what they were able to do. Texas was coming down, scoring the basketball almost every possession. And then the defense they were playing. So Iowa State, they have to find a way to get a bucket.
There we go.
Let's go, Jackson.
It's a 12-point ball game. It's about 4 hours down I-35 to get from Ames to Kansas City. And a lot of folks made that trip. 12 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Booker looking over to Vic Schaefer for instruction.
Texas running a one-four flat. Let Booker go to work.
And she does. And she scores. Just the way Coach Schaefer drew it up.
It's nice to be able to say, this is what we're running. Give the ball to Booker and Madison Booker. I see you.
Over 20 points per game in Big 12 play, and she's already hit the 20-point mark in this game.
And we have 10 minutes to go.
You know, and the good news for Iowa State is they outscored Texas 16-11 in the third quarter. The bad news is Madison Booker really stopped their momentum with that 1-4 low jumper to end the quarter.
Yeah, for Iowa State, just when they are starting to get something to go, right? They're starting to click a little bit, knock down some shots. Madison Booker comes down and says, not so quick.
And they get an offensive rebound here. Booker again.
God, that girl is good, y'all. Like, I've seen her play on television. If you have not seen Madison Booker play in person, she's way better in person. I don't know if that makes sense, but she's way better in person than she is on TV.
They go inside to Jones, who's able to go up over the front of the rim. So Iowa State had closed the game to within 12 points, had all the momentum in the arena, and with that Booker shot at the end of the quarter and then a couple of more baskets, it's an 18-point lead for Texas. Crooks finally gets the first basket of the quarter for the Cyclones. And a timeout on the floor. That young lady, Madison Booker, has been everything as advertised. The co-Big 12 Player of the Year has 22 points to lead the Longhorns as they have the advantage on Iowa State to the tune of 16 points right now. And there she is, baseline, boom. Ryan to Brown. And then an illegal screen called on Emily Ryan. As frustrated as you know she has to be at this point.
Absolutely. Well, being the leader of this squad, she can't wear her emotions on her shoulders because she has so many young players looking up to her.
Yeah, that's a great point. Aaliyah Moore from the free throw line. And now Taylor Jones holding her ankle. And hobbling off the court.
Shea Holly picking Emily Ryan up full court, not giving her any room to breathe.
Brooks gets the ball inside on Gaston. Fourth foul, and she is being replaced by Hattie Pye. And it will send Audie Crooks to the free throw line. Iowa State has just been to the free throw line 3 times this entire game. The winners will advance to the second round tomorrow. The quarterfinals are on Thursday.
And that's why she's able to play the type of defense that she's played the entire game.
Going to the floor, Crooks able to secure it. Bellinger from the corner, got it. She had those 2 3-pointers early that kind of kept Iowa State in the game early, but she hasn't had any open looks since then.
No, and that's a big bucket for Iowa State.
Tipped away right into the hands of Moore, though. The block shots, the steals, the conversions with 23 points off turnovers for Texas. Brooks finally able to get the ball inside and like nice little fadeaway jumper.
Brooks only just getting on the block, scoring through contact for a nice fadeaway.
Shea Holly, and there's that endurance coming into play.
Shea Holly. A fan. She's got a nice jumper too.
Crooks again, and she's fouled.
Her being a freshman and being young and playing in this moment, how big it is. So just a matter of time.
Third foul on Hattie Pye. And Crooks makes the first. Shaylee Gonzalez, the only player for Texas in double figures besides Madison Booker, gets that little dribble handoff. And then a foul on Texas. Iowa State, will go to the free throw line.
Taylor Jones back in the game, so it's good to see her back.
Limped off the floor earlier with a seemingly lower leg injury. So Emily Ryan tried to step up to the free throw line. I saw her do that. I'm like, I don't think she was the one that got fouled, but she tried. And Jalen Bristow steps in. Jalen Bristow's a 77% free throw shooter. She says, I got this.
Right? And you can't get anything by DK.
Both free throws made by Bristow, the 6'2" freshman. One of those 5 freshmen for Iowa State. You know, all over the country, transfers, COVID fifth-year players. There's a lot of experienced players in this country. And this Iowa State team is in the Big 12 final with 5 freshmen on their roster. I mean, it's been a tough day for them, but this is a team that's just going to get better and better. Emily Ryan's going to come back for her 5th year next year, but they have battled tough in this game.
Oh, absolutely. And this Iowa State team is going to be really good in years to come.
And there's one of them right there. Crooks on the all Big 12 freshman team. Not only have they played great defense, they've shot 7 of 11 from three-point range. They've shot 44% from the field. And Madison Booker has been everything. And she knocks that one off the backboard. She's got 26.
Through traffic, off the glass.
Every everything. Whistle and a timeout on the court. Madison Booker closing in on a career high 26 points on 12 of 22 from the field.
What can't she do? Hitting jumpers left, right, free throw line, short corner, and her jumper so smooth, crafty with the basketball, scoring through contact. Madison Booker is the truth, y'all.
She is tonight's player of the game, brought to you by Phillips 66, and I will be shocked if she is not the most outstanding player of this tournament.
Yeah, I don't know how she couldn't be.
Brooks. Addie Brown, beautiful pass to set up Crooks. Unselfish play. You're going to see a lot more of those two players over the next 3 years. The way they have helped lead Iowa State to this championship final, but it has been Texas today with the dominating defense, the efficient offense to propel themselves to a Big 12 championship. Moore finishing things up for the Longhorns.
Yeah, Texas right now, the way they're playing, they could do some really good things in the tournament.
And a whistle and a quick substitution timeout to get some subs in the floor for Texas onto the floor. And a standing ovation for Madison Booker, Shaylee Gonzalez, and Shea Holly.
You know, we've talked a lot about Madison Booker this game, rightfully so, because that kid is phenomenal. But Shaylee Gonzalez and Shea Holly, the way they stepped up and made some big buckets for this team in the beginning of the game, but the defense that they played on the perimeter players of Iowa State, along with Booker, it was too much. The defense was just too much to it.
Texas wins the last Big 12 championship that they will ever be a part of as they come out and dominate from start to finish and get the 70-53 victory over Iowa State.